I'm Jimmy Black with Music on 11. I'm here in Norman, Oklahoma, outside the Labyrinth, where Septicflesh just played a blistering set. I'm talking to Chris. How's everything going today?
It's going really fine. The tour goes really well. The show was amazing. Everything goes really well.
Good crowd reaction
Yes.
in Oklahoma?
Always, always.
So you guys have been on the road for 13 days now with Deicide. And how is everything going? Who all's on the tour right now?
Who?
Yes, which bands?
We are Septicflesh, Deicide as headliners, Inquisition, Abysmal Dawn, and Karahangren from Holland.
Now, have you played with any of those bands or toured with any of those bands before?
Yes, we have toured with Inquisition in 2011 in US, and with Karahangren we toured in 2013 with Flesh God Apocalypse in Europe.
So it's good to get back together and see old friends.
We know each other. The chemistry is really great, and of course we have the honor to play with a legendary band like Deicide.
Oh yes,
who started the death metal of Florida in 1990.
Oh yeah,
it's great to be here again.
So the new album is great. I really like it. The symphonic element. How did you write that? What did you have in mind for the songs? Did you have the symphonic element in mind first, or did you write the metal pieces, or did you kind of craft it together?
Well, I have studied classical music in England. I have studied composition and orchestration, and this gives us an advantage of how to build a song. We don't have to hire an orchestrator or an arranger, and we all work as a team, and sometimes I build the orchestral template and the other guys add their ideas and metal parts on top of that. On the contrary, they give me their metal ideas and I add the orchestration or some compositional elements. The most important is that we work all of us as a team, and we know exactly how the metal part and the orchestra will sound. We know exactly the balance, and we are more experienced now than Communion, when it was the first time that we used the orchestra from Prague. There are some issues, more technical, I would say, in the mixing process. This is the most difficult part for Septicflesh. It's not the composition, it's not the arrangement, it's not the orchestration. It's about the frequencies that sometimes the metal part overpass the orchestral elements. And because I know exactly how the orchestra sounds, sometimes we have to sacrifice some elements of the orchestra. But this doesn't change our song structure, how we compose and how.
I noticed there is a lot of balance between the two elements, and you'll have them pushing for supremacy on the album, and I really like that. It's never one or the other. It's back and forth, and I think that gives it a nice balance, and it's very, very it's amazing. I really love that.
As I told you, we found the balance, as you mentioned, and we give space to the orchestra when
when to back off.
Yes.
Yeah.
We know how to blend this really well.
And that's something that some bands don't know is when not to play. And sometimes that's very important, and you'll notice that. And you have a lot of bands that will just hit you over the head constantly instead of dialing it back a little bit.
You have to know the balance, and you don't have to overuse the orchestral parts or the metal parts. It's a difficult task. That it's the lines are really sensitive there. You have to find the proper way to do it.
Now, as far as doing that on stage, how do you guys blend that with the backing tracks?
Yes, unfortunately, as you can understand, there is not a way to hire an orchestra.
Right. Maybe for one show.
Of course, for a one and special show, definitely. Yeah. But it's not feasible to have an orchestra, and we have to use a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, till now we have made many shows, many tours. We didn't have any issues. You know, very rare, some 2-3 shows out of 200, and this is the only way. The laptop, you know.
Yeah.
I know it sounds strange, but there is no other way.
Yeah. And it unfortunately, you know, it's difficult also if you have, 40 people touring around with you, or more.
We had 100 people. We had
100 people.
50 people were only the strings. You know,
Oh,
the set
wow.
list of strings was 56, I think. And we had a huge brass section, 8 horns, 4 trumpets, 4 trombones, 2 tubas, 1 cibasso, you know, a huge section. And on top of that we had also a children choir and a choir. You know, it's not easy to make this.
Do you have any
live.
plans in having something like that done live and maybe putting it on a DVD?
Yeah, there were some offers, but especially in Greece, but I don't think Greece now is ready to do something like that, you know. I think it's more easier. It's easier to do that in France, which
Mhm.
is our main. We have, we are well known in France, you know,
Mhm.
better than in Greece, and this is easier there to do because it needs to organize really well everything. You have to find the proper concert hall. You have to find the musicians to rehearse. It's not an easy task.
Yeah.
You know, it needs a lot of work to do.
Would definitely like to hear that sometime, though.
Yeah.
You know, or if possible, actually see it live. That would be great. It'd be worth flying to Europe for. So, what once you guys are done with these next 10 days
Yes.
on the tour, what's going to happen next for you guys?
Yes, we have released the album Titan in June. We had a headline tour in US 2 months ago.
Yes.
We came again now, and then we have some shows in Greece, and then we have a South American tour in February, a Russian tour. On March we have a European tour with Moonspell. On April we have the Inferno Festival in Norway and a festival in South Africa. You know, we have a
Staying very busy, yes.
schedule, yes, because there's no other way. You have to promote the album as much as you can.
Now, the deluxe version of the album actually has some, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 symphony tracks on it that I haven't actually got to hear those. That's without the metal, and of course I'm a classical fan myself, so I'm
nice.
looking forward to that. So what so far, you know, the music scene in the United States will change with the weather. I mean, you know, but metal isn't real metal. You don't hear a lot on the terrestrial radio. You hear it on satellite. Do you hear metal in Greece or France on the radio?
No.
No.
I will speak for Greece because, you know, I live there, and you know, Greece is a peculiar, you know, country because it has not got a rock mentality,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and you know all the story with the crisis and this kind of stuff.
Yes.
You know, all this, the last 30 years, the system has been corrupted.
Yeah.
With the politicians, and they only support the rubbish music that we say, you know. 99% of the radio plays this rubbish music, the Greek rubbish music, because there is also qualitative Greek music. There is not space for metal, of course.
Yeah.
And as I told you, we are not a country that has a rock mentality that Americans have, or the English people,
Mhm.
you know, or Swedish. And as example, you know, we are 11 millions, and I don't know how many millions there are in Norway or Sweden. They are less than us. And when Iron Maiden play, I see an example now, they have 40,000, 50,000. We have 15,000. You understand? We are the outcasts there. You know, the system doesn't support this the metal, and does not support also my band and the other bands that have done something outside Greece. You know, because the only thing that we export now in music in Greece is only the metal bands.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to show. And as I told you, we don't have any support from the system and the government or anybody,
But you get taken care of when you come to the United States.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you talking about it. What the closing question? What's your favorite track on the album to perform? Which track are you most proud of?
I cannot. All the tracks for me are like my children.
Mm-hmm.
Because I cannot choose one. But I have best moments from Order of Dracul, from Prometheus, from Dogma. I cannot say one song. It's not easy.
That's good. It shows that you spend equal time and put equal effort into everyone. Do you have anything to say to your fans out there?
Yes, I want to thank all the American fans that have supported the band all these years. When we had a bad moment we split in 2007.
Yes.
And as always, Septicflesh, we will offer to our fans an artistic and qualitative work forever. This is our task and aim. We don't care about to produce something that has not depth and meaning. For us, it's important the art. The most important for us is the art.
Awesome. Keep it turned up to 11.